Hello, everybody. Hope you're doing well. I'm sure, like me, many of you are experiencing flooding of emails and text from every medical establishment in several zip codes of your home dwelling saying, hey, you want to get your life back? You want to hug your family? You want to go to a restaurant? You want to have a life? Well, we just got in stock the new, or we've got the old version, or we've got the version before that. Newsflash. First off, whatever you decide is right for you is what you decide is right for you. Just please do your research on what it's all about, okay? I did a video on this, I think like last week. I had to use prompts so I didn't say certain words where it gets censored, okay? Where some robotic machine goes, oh, I think I heard the word V, or oh, I think I heard the word, whatever. Let's X that video out. So we're being monitored by robots. Anyway, do your research. Find out if it's right for you before you make the decision out of fear, before you decide to be part of the experiment, before it is technically officially approved. But my whole point about this is whatever you decide is your decision, okay? And no, I don't think anyone under 18, really under probably like 30, really understand what it is they're doing about anything about their life, much less injecting something into their DNA bloodstream. Just a little thought. Is we're not going back. We're not going back pre-2020. Why would we go through all of this opportunities to lose so many things that helped each and every one of us really dig deep and begin to soul search, and then to research, and then to search outside of ourselves and inside of ourselves for additional information about how our life could change overnight, and that our liberties and our freedoms could change overnight. And you guys want to call them conspiracy theories. Well, hell, there's no truth to anything. So if everything's a lie, who's to say what a conspiracy theory is? Really, truly. So there's more people coming up with more information. You've got to gather the information that works best for you, not based on what your medical practice office has to say, or what your neighbor has to say, or what your church followers have to say. If everyone's jumping over a cliff, you going to go just because they all went? Just at least know if you want to go over that cliff. At least know if you want to take that bike trail. At least know if you want to go in that direction by gathering information that works best for you. But we're not going back pre-2020. This was an eye-opening year that gave everybody the opportunity to literally clear the film of deceit and lies and conspiracies, and look at different agendas and possibilities of what could be the bigger picture, and allowing us to move forward, taking full ownership of ourselves before we are joining the collective. So that's really what this is about, is taking full responsibility and control of thyself. And owning that, no matter how anybody else looks at you or says something to you, or if you think what they're thinking, you think, it doesn't matter. Because when you really own and take responsibility for yourself, you're willing to stand by yourself in that responsibility, or that conviction, that commitment of what you feel is right. 2020 gave a lot of people that opportunity. So regardless of whether I got one or not, it doesn't change my world, because my world has already changed right in front of me. And then I have dug deeper into the core, into the hidden closets, and really started doing a lot of recalling, and how so many things make sense now. It's like, again, the whole film off the muddy windshield is like, whew, I wasn't living in any paradise then. Why am I going back to that blind, dirty paradise that I was convinced was paradise? In all reality, it was never paradise. It just appeared to be paradise, and you pretended along with that game. So I just ignore the texts. I ignore the things I see. I don't watch the news, so I don't see all those commercials, but I've heard about them. And actually, in all reality, I don't get into too many conversations about it. Because first off, it's nobody's business whether I do or don't. It's not my business whether they do or don't. I'm not here to convince someone to believe the way I do. Because again, that's the beauty of freedom. That's the beauty of self-empowerment. That's the beauty of taking accountability and responsibility for yourself and being A-okay with whatever you do with, under the hood of your own house. That it's okay what anybody else thinks, feels, or points at you. And I certainly wouldn't do anything to myself out of fear that, oh my gosh, I've heard that I could be put in a cage. That, again, is not my reality. I let everybody else kind of go with it. And the reason why I'm making this video is the point that when you honestly step back and do what's right for you and by you, and God bless you if you've got little ones under your house that you are responsible for. I applaud you, and I also really want you to do your research before you do something that maybe isn't right for you or them. But we have an opportunity here to move forward and make change. And the only way we make change is this. All of this makes decisions. And yeah, you can bounce it around the left brain and the right brain, but again, it's always going to go back to the core center of the original, which is your heart. Okay? And you don't have to explain that to anybody, but don't do anything out of fear. Look out and be on the timeline that makes you feel a higher vibration, and let all this other stuff fall by the wayside. Because if you keep talking about it and getting in conversation with people about it, church, family, neighbors, whatever the community is, oh, did you get yours? Oh no, did you get yours? Oh God, this is topic of the day. Is this going to fade out next week? Because then we're going to talk about a new pair of jeans that came out, or maybe somebody's music video. I don't know. But see, all that stuff that you're talking about puts you on those timelines. Now remember, and here's a prime example of what you ought to remember. When a memory comes up of any kind, comes up out of the subconscious, pops into your mind, and no matter what feeling is the result of that memory coming up, understand that that feeling is what gives the physical responses. And your mind and your body have absolutely no idea, none, if this occurred last week, last month, 5 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago. It doesn't know the difference. When you bring that back up, you bring it all up to the front and the center of this now moment. And sometimes people will have that frozen trauma response to much of what's coming up, which is why I'm a big proponent for past life regression work and have experienced it for over 30 years, that I became a practitioner because it's so freaking amazing, because it allows all that to come up and out and doesn't have to keep coming back at some odd time in your life. It's, I have control. I'm going in and bringing things out, and then I'm going to discard them, or I'm going to go through them and observe them. But you're doing that in a session of therapy to improve yourself, right? So every time you're at work or any other communities where a topic comes up, an opinion about politics, an opinion about this, you join in on it, you backslide right into that timeline. You literally put your car on 100 miles an hour, back down, and level out, and you're right there. Now, if you don't want to be there, you can say to yourself, I am building my foundation. I have my feet planted on the ground. I don't like the way I feel here. I do not want to go here. I'm going to go up to a higher vibration. There I go. I'm going to stay right there. And when these topics come up around me, I'm just going to observe them. I'm just going to kind of turn down my hearing aids. I've got my amazing cocoon, the soft cloud that fully protects me. So if somebody else's opinion that doesn't agree with my opinion is like, opinions, who cares? Just gives people something to talk about. And if it's a topic like these that are so controversial that everyone's on one or the other side of the fence, there's never anybody just sitting on the fence, by the way, just so you know. They're either very strong convictions one way or very strong convictions the other way. So you're not going to be able to pull them and lasso them over the fence to your side. And that's not the point. The point is whatever side of the fence you're on and you feel really good about it, and you've done all your research and this is where you feel comfortable, whether you receive or don't, whether it's politics, whether it's religion, whether it's whatever it is, be comfortable in it. Be comfortable in it. Own it. Take responsibility for it. That's your foundation. And when you're up here and you find that, oh, crap, I went to the lower parking lot. This is feeling dense. Whew, gotta get out of here. All right, can't really leave here. So how do I'm going to pull my vibration. I think of something that's happy. I'm going to see the world in a way that, brings my imagination in the way I want it to be. And so it is. You create the lightness, and then things around you begin to change without any of the chiming in. So don't let the texts and the emails and all the commercials sway you, because remember that's the money that is spent on marketing and the strategies of marketing. Nobody can fool you, pull the wool over your eyes. Nobody. Not when you say, hey, I am totally sovereign and free, and I'm going to make decisions based on this moment from all the things that I've learned. Move forward from there. Things tweak and change later. They tweak and change later because you're gathering more information. And that's what we are. We're a database, a human database. But let's not allow us to be experimented upon without our full permission. And that's really what we're talking about here. All right. So if you want a session of healing, coaching, or past life, my email is always in the description. And good luck to you.